Hello, Cherie Hanson here. Another day that started out mild and now it has turned wild. So far, we're protected from actual fire hitting us, so I'm very grateful for that. I wanted to talk today about abandonment. This is something that I have had to work through a lot in my life. And what I've come to understand is that when we don't have caretakers who protect us, they don't teach us how to be caretakers who protect others. And we become internalized. We become focused on ourselves in the worst possible way. And this is so different from spiritual practice. Spiritual practice is to observe yourself in order to grow or to pivot, to find a teacher, find a lesson, find some kind of methodology that helps us to become more settled, more mature, more grounded. So when we get to a place where we have abandoned ourselves, we start to be like a child who is holding on to a stuffy, a teddy bear. And the people that come into our lives are always surrogate. They're surrogate. They come in order to make up to us for what we didn't get before. And the thing that's so sad about that, as I look back over my life, as I look back at the 20-year-old who was alone in her apartment during the summer when she was in university and was just heartbroken, didn't know how to comfort myself, didn't know how to ground myself, didn't know who I was. And so what we come to do is we come to abandon ourselves. We come to be refugees from our own shores. We don't know where to land. We don't know who we come from. We don't know why we're on the earth. And so this emptiness that we have because we are taught to abandon ourselves is horrific. It leaves a big hole where your heart should be. It leaves a big hole where your self-compassion should be. It leaves you feeling like no matter what you do, it doesn't get better. And so this is one of the things that we need to look at when we're experiencing something. We need to, when we get triggered, when we feel that pain, when we feel that cut stabbing into our heart, we have to ask the question, what is triggering me? Why am I feeling this way? And one of the things that Buddhist practices taught me and meditation practices taught me is this is a great opportunity for growth when this happens. You know, it's ow, 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 but it's also, this is a place that needs to be healed. It's like you're taking lessons and being a gymnast. And, you know, you try to do this routine and you hit the horse like that, and you're just like, ah! What that is feedback. That's feedback that says to you, you have not developed enough skill yet to get to a place where you aren't hurting yourself so frequently. And the goal, I think, for me, has always been make it stop hurting. You know, like, somebody kiss my owie. Come on. But when you are expecting people outside you, when you are expecting the culture outside of you, when you're expecting the banks outside of you to all be perfect so you can feel good, do you understand that you're setting yourself up to never be in a place of peace? So the first step in developing peace and a sense of security is to go inside. It's always inside. How do I feel? What is happening for me right now? What is my shadow? What is my monster that I've got in the basement? And so being honest with yourself is a big step. Right now, I'm feeling terrified. Right now, my ego is telling me negative things. It's lashing me. It is trying to make me feel really crappy. And we have to be like a gymnast. I need to develop my technique. So when I work on the horse, or when I'm doing, somersaults on the mat or something like that, it's skilled. It's a skilled way of doing it. Are you going to have moments of low energy and suffering? Yes, because you're human. But the thing that happens when you become skilled is you can pivot. You can understand, oh, I see why I did that. It's because I didn't have my head up, or I wasn't aligned in my back, or I had my leg out from under where it should have been in the middle. I was off balance. And here's where we come to it. We come to it when we say, I see that I was off balance. And then when we take responsibility for the world we're creating around us, when we say this was a projection of my terrified, abandoned child, then we can move in and we can create a better home for ourselves, in ourselves, a place where we feel protected and loved and cared for, a place where we have developed the ability to look at our growth, where we can be, the bleachers are just full of all of your relatives who are cheering you on, your spirits and your guides and your angels. You don't need some person on the face of the earth to lift you up when you get to the place when you are your own loving parent and you see yourself go through something, make stupid mistakes, be out of alignment, have a, accident and do a stupid thing. And then you go like, oh, I need to correct that. I need to figure out how to do that in a way that is more skilled. It removes the emotion. Oh, I'm dreadful, I suffer, it's drama. No, it's just a case of learning how to do it. So this is the big lesson that came to me today is, if you feel that you are already abandoned, if you don't feel right in yourself, you will quickly go into a state where you are depressed, where you are trying to get people outside of you to take care of you, which never works. It never works. Please, please, can you give me $1, a hug? Tell me I'm wonderful. That puts us in such a weakened state. So the first thing we have to do is we have to find out who we are. This is a world. This is a world that I live in, that I project out of. What is it? What's my purpose? Why am I here? How can I grow? How can I get to a place where I love and trust myself more? And that's our assignment in life, because we don't want to be a refugee from our very own identity and give up parts of ourselves in exchange for protection from the outside world, because that does not work. They'll just want more and more. Here's a finger. I want your hand. No. So the work of getting yourself grounded, breath work, meditation, looking at what you're doing, finding ways to love yourself and to care for yourself is big work. And it takes a lifetime. It takes an entire lifetime to do that. But if you don't know why you're here and you have no passion for your own development and growth, you're going to be so lost in the high seas with no shore in sight. None. And those are the people that end up sabotaging their lives, sabotaging themselves. So take on the assignment. Who am I? What do I deserve? What am I good at? What have I been victorious in doing? And how can I go out into the world without judgment, with just a compassionate heart? Because the heart is the best compass in a chaotic world. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you would do that. And also, if you know somebody who is struggling because they're human, that's a knee slapper. You can share my video with them and it might help them a bit. I came from the most turbulent, most disturbing, most psychotic childhood you can imagine. And I sleep peacefully. I feel happy. I am so happy to meet other people and to learn from other people. And what I'm telling you is you can get there too. You can do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.